Now, it's your turn. We must personally receive Christ as our Savior and Lord.
You notice how all of these things, which again, this is true of his religion, not of reality, but you notice how all of this revolves around worshiping God. Like they want to make it out to be like how it's about morality. Like he was stating at the beginning how God is the moral source of, or the source of moral goodness. Like he's the standard and everything like that. But throughout this entire thing, the only thing that's actually being judged is whether or not you have personally received Christ as your Savior and Lord. Whether you praise Jesus determines whether or not you get to go to heaven or you go to hell.
There's a difference between believing that and believing in.
So he's trying to sort out true Christians from fake Christians, because the fake Christians who don't believe in their heart about Jesus, they'll still get sent to hell, while they know that Jesus is king or whatever, but they don't accept him into their hearts. Like, that's the big difference there. Like, when you get up into heaven, God peers into your heart and is like, oh, look, I see Jesus there. You get to go on through. And if he doesn't see Jesus there, then you're fucked and you go to hell.
It's not enough to believe that these facts are true. You must take the next step and believe in Jesus Christ.
So again, still solidifying this whole idea that there's a difference in believing the facts and believing in and worshiping. So, I feel like he's just trying to sort out between fake Christians and true Christians.
That means committing your life to him as your Savior and your Lord.
Right. It's about committing yourself to God, to Jesus. It's not about doing good works. It's just not. This is the main focus of Christianity, committing yourself to Jesus and God. And that's all. And like, you can still do bad shit, and because you've committed yourself to doing that, everybody has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. That's why you need Jesus. So that guy right there in the yellow shirt, he can do some of the most heinous shit that has ever been done in history. But as long as he has Jesus as his Savior and Lord, he's perfectly fine.
We can't be good enough to earn God's pardon.
I'm sorry. I don't care to earn anything from God. If the God that exists is Yahweh, the God of the Bible, then I'm not going to stoop so low as to needing his approval for anything. He has shown himself to be one of the most pitiful and shitty and vindictive characters in literature. I'm not about to stoop so low as to think that I need that fuck to approve of anything that I do, say, or think. Just don't need it.
All we can do is humbly agree with God that yes, we are sinful and cannot save ourselves, and gratefully receive the gift of God's forgiveness in Jesus Christ.
So again, just like before, this is all about making you feel shitty for being human, to make you feel guilty for things that you shouldn't necessarily feel guilty about. He's making it out to be like you need this because we're all shitty. We all need this because we're all broken. And I just don't think that we're all necessarily broken. And I don't necessarily think that God has all the answers for everybody that is broken. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that, I'm perfect. Obviously there are several ways in which I'm broken, but I don't think that a God or a belief in a God is going to change that. I think that working on myself personally, either with a therapist or just in general, working on my own emotional state, that is what's going to help myself. It's not believing in God, although I do get that some people find solace in belief in God, and they find ways to heal themselves through God. I'm not trying to nag on people about that. What I'm harping on is this idea that everybody needs God in order to do those things. That's the problem that I have. I don't have a problem with people using God to heal themselves emotionally or anything that they need to do about that. That works for you, fine. Great. Do whatever you need to do. But it's this myopic idea that God is the only thing that can fix somebody that's hurting or broken. That is the problem that I have.